We do pride ourselves in the fact that this album is an exact snapshot of who we are as men. And I think some of that is maturity, getting a little bit older. We're both in our mid to late 30s now. And now we're singing about aging and just different things, heavier concepts. But
just being honest and vulnerable about talking about our lives is a very autobiographical album.
I just feel like our fans resonate with that, whether they're going through the exact same thing we are. They come to our shows, they like our music, and if they know that we're telling our truth up there, that's the thing that resonates, especially in the era of like technology and AI and those kind of things. I feel like when you connect with someone, when they're sharing their soul, when they're being raw and vulnerable, I feel like that's the thing that cuts through all the technology, and we really try to do that on this album. We dove in and it made young, and it just felt like exactly where our feet were planted, and this album feels honest and personal, and I think at the end of the day, that's the win for us.
So as far as the album art goes, I got to give all credit to Dan. That was kind of his creative genius. We talk about this a lot, the album track Young, and we talk about basically it's a song of your older self talking to your younger self, and I think that was kind of the theme of things that you learn and kind of talking to your younger self. That was the first song off the project that we heard, and we're like, all right, this is the direction that we want to go with this album.
And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous.
Having 4 boys, I learn something every single day, at least I try to. But it's so much fun. I look at my wife sometimes and I'm just like, man, we'll be at our house by ourselves, and I'm like, there's so many people here right now. It's just at all times there's just 100 people at my house. And I'm like, man, this is absolute chaos, but in the best ways. And I'm having so much fun and definitely learning a lot every single day.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Animal rescue is very close to mine and my wife's hearts. We have our first dog song on this album. People have asked, like, Dan and Shay, you guys are like big dog people. Like, why do you not have a dog song? Dog songs are tough. I feel like they're either just like too morbid, you don't want to listen to it, or it's just like not great. And I think we landed in a good spot on this one. It's a beautiful tribute. It's called Dogs in Our 20s. And I just think about my 20s and my dogs that were with me. I feel like that's a really pivotal time in your life. We wanted to just write a specific tribute to those dogs that are with us. They're your ride or die. I think about the line, dogs in our 20s don't always get a yard. They're there. I had this house with no yard, and they're with you through the highs and lows, and sometimes they don't get to reap the benefits of all the hard work, but they're with you and they help you get through everything. And to it, I'm just glad it exists in the universe. No, Tyler's one of our good friends, him and BK, and I'm so happy for those guys. We've seen them through that, and we always say, like, we went through our struggles too, and we were open about that on our last album. We made a video called The Drive, talking about our relationship and our, just effort, like our intentionality to go out of our way and be open with each other, communicate with each other.
I could feel the separation, and I think there was little things between you and I that we never talked about. And it was affecting everything, not just our band, like our marriage, everything. I was just in a really dark place.
We always say a duo is like the toughest configuration. In a trio, you got a tiebreaker, solo artist, you're just out there by yourself. A band is just pure chaos. But if you don't go out of your way to foster that relationship and to just like have respect for each other, mutual respect, I feel like duos can go by the wayside, and you see it over the course of music history. But seeing those guys get back together and, rekindle their friendship, like, it just made us so happy. I mean, obviously the world is better with FGL's music. We just love it. We're big fans. Proud of those guys and can't wait to see what they do next. Hopefully they'll let us open for them.
We're very excited to get out on this tour.
We actually were hanging out at dinner the other night, and we kind of were putting together what the set list looks like. I feel like it's a little bit easier because we're not one of those acts. It's like, we're not going to play the hits. We're going to play all the songs that got us here. We're going to, the fans have been so kind to support us over the years, that have stuck with us, over a decade. We're always going to be the guys who play the songs people want to hear. So that's like, I don't know, there's 14 or 15 of those that like you kind of got to play. You put those in, you throw 2, 3, 4, couple new songs in there, maybe a cover or two, and you're almost there. It's like figuring out how to sequence them that drives me insane. My insider tip is I write out all the titles on paper. This is kind of how we sequence an album. And you cut them out, and then you can kind of shuffle them around, you know what I mean? Trial and error.
I love when people like request our biggest hits. That's my favorite thing. They're like, will you guys please, like, we're coming to Grand Rapids, will you play Tequila? We're like, yeah, we're going to do that one. Like, I promise you. Out of all the songs, like, we're going to do that one. But yeah, it's a lot of fun putting together that. We honestly are putting that together right now. And I saw that cut out. All the songs that we've ever done is currently sitting on Dan's table.
It's kind of a mess, but, we'll get there. It's going to be a good show.